Hello there. If you couldn't tell by my background, it's nearly Christmas. Got my Christmas jumper on for the occasion too. How is everyone? We all excited for the big day. Going to be a little bit different this year, to say the very least. If you're like me and you have struggled to kind of get into the Christmas spirit this year, and I don't know, maybe you don't necessarily want to get too festive. Maybe you've kind of been getting a bit bored of the dark nights and you just want to chill at home, watch a film on the evenings, but you can't find anything to watch, then this video may help you a little bit. Now, I love a Christmas film, I really do, but sometimes you just feel like you don't want that much Christmas. Do you know what I mean? So I thought I would compile a list of non-Christmas Christmas films. Now hear me out. These are films that you would typically watch at Christmas, or particularly I would. To me, they feel Christmassy, even though they're nothing to do with Christmas. Number one on my list, Ice Age, the first one, not the sequels. I don't know what it is about this film. I think it may be because I was brought the DVD for Christmas 2002, I want to say. And since then, it's always stayed in my head as a Christmassy film. And I don't know, I just get a heartwarming feeling that the animals trying to get the little baby boy back to his family. It's just, I don't know, heartwarming, Christmassy without the Christmas trees. Okay, next one. Bit strange, it probably seems more like a summer film or maybe a Remembrance Day sort of themed film. War Horse. Yeah, now I don't know, I think this one may spring to mind to me because I remember the last Christmas I had before my mum passed away, one of her favourite films was War Horse, and it was one of the last times I sat down with her properly at Christmas time. So yeah, that was like one of the last times we had, I guess, what you would call a movie night. My mum wasn't one for watching films, but if it had a horse in, she's all over it. So yeah, to me that one's quite Christmassy. It feels, again, heartwarming, lovely message. It's lovely to kind of look at historical events sometimes in film form, especially when they have a happy ending. Spoiler alert. Next up is The Greatest Showman. Not a lot I can say about this. It's feel good. It's a musical. You need a bit of a musical at Christmas. I would have said like The Sound of Music or something, but that's a given. Do you know what I mean? People always watch that kind of thing. So I thought The Greatest Showman, a lot of people love it. I think it's the music and parts of the story just make me feel Christmassy. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I just love it. It's a lovely one to watch at Christmas time. Next up, bit of a curveball. Babe, as in the film about the pig, talking pig who becomes a sheep pig. Get this one ideally seems like a summer film or a springtime sort of film. I think again this is because I was brought this not on DVD, on VHS, little ones. You probably won't remember what VHS is, but yeah, I had that bought for me for one of the Christmases when I was younger, so that's probably why. Again, the next film is one that I think I was given on VHS when I was little, probably about 8 or 9 actually, and weirdly we watched this a few days ago, and it's Homeward Bound. The first one more than the second, I would say, although actually they're both quite good. They feel good. They've got talking animals. Like, what more do you want? And I don't think any of them involve Christmas, but again, they just feel great. They make you feel happy. Now the next one is Shrek, and it seems to have been on the telly for quite a while just lately. Like, I keep seeing it on like ITV, and did they show it on the BBC at one point? I don't know, but it's on telly a lot just lately, not just for Christmas, but particularly at Christmas it seems to be on. And I think that's one of the reasons that it seems like a Christmassy film, but also because I remember years back, not long after it had first come out, the kids in my family would always have it on at Christmas. It was like the go-to film that they'd watch. So in my head now, it's just, if you're stuck for something to watch at Christmas, throw on Shrek. There you go. The second one works well too. Not a fan of the third and fourth ones, but first and second Shrek, very good. Right, the next one is one that has always made me feel Christmassy, and I think it's because it's based on it starts at Christmas time and the New Year sort of transitional period, and it's Bridget Jones's Diary. Yeah, I think a lot of people from my generation can probably resonate with her in some way, on some level. But yeah, it's a really feel-good film, and it's nice to see that, you know, not everyone's perfect. It's one of those rainy day kind of cozy films that they're easy to watch, and no matter how many times you watch it, you can just easily watch it again. It's just, yeah, it's nice. Next one is 101 Dalmatians. Now, in my opinion, this could be the animated version or it could be the live action. I am a big fan of the live action. I know not many people are, but there's something about it, just the way it's edited, the way it's made, the performances. Glenn Close plays an excellent Cruella de Vil. I think it is kind of bordering on a Christmassy film. It feels Christmassy because there's a lot of snow about at one point and the puppies have to hide in the barn. That part feels very, very much Christmassy. But yeah, again, nice story, cozy day kind of film, and it's just, again, for the kids. That's kept my kids quiet on a number of occasions, so it is definitely a go-to. Okay, next up, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Not the others, just the Philosopher's Stone. Don't ask me why, but this one is fundamentally Christmas. It just makes me feel Christmassy and makes me, I don't know, it just puts me in a Christmassy mood, even though there's only a short segment that happens during Christmas time in the whole film. I don't know, maybe it's because it's the first one and I have fond memories of going with my school to go and watch it at the cinema. It's just all the excitement about this film coming out, I don't know, but it makes me feel warm and fuzzy. The others can get lost at Christmas time as far as I'm concerned, but the first one, yes, good for Christmas Day. Okay, next up, Frozen. Yeah, what more can I say about Frozen? It feels Christmassy, doesn't it? It always has done, I think, and mainly because I think Disney targets for all the merchandise and the toys to be in the shop for Christmas. So to me, it's always felt like a Christmassy film, and it's got ice and snow, so what more do you want for Christmas? Obviously, for anyone who's never watched them, and I don't know anyone who hasn't, the story's just, again, feel good. It's just easy watching. It's easy to just chuck on for the kids to watch, keep them quiet for a little bit. Yeah, just makes you feel happy at Christmas time. The last one on my list is going to always feel like a Christmas film, even though it's got absolutely nothing to do with Christmas. It's based on real life events. The real life events didn't happen anywhere near Christmas, but to me, it is always a Christmas film, and it is Titanic. It makes me feel so nostalgic because I think it came out, or the first time we owned it on DVD or VHS, whichever one it was at the time. I was about, I want to say 10, I think, when it came out, and that Christmas that it was big and everybody knew about it, it first came out. I have such fond memories of that Christmas, and I remember getting a CD with that song on it, and my mum loved it too, so I think that's why it's so close to my heart. And I'd always play this song for her and she'd be like, oh, I love this. It's got really happy memories for me of that particular Christmas, and Christmases since, when I've said, oh mum, should we watch a film, like, if it's Christmas time, and she goes, oh, what should we watch? Do you want to watch Titanic? And she's like, oh yeah, go on then. Even though it's 3 hours, you know, it's as long as we've got our snacks and our drinks and that, you know, it's a nice film to sit down and watch. And yeah, it's not the nicest ending compared to the others on my list, I've just realised, but it's yeah, it's just, I love it. It's beautifully made, and I know people kind of talk about it like, oh, it's such an embarrassing film, like, you like Titanic, or, but to me, it's a masterpiece. I don't care what anyone says, I love it. I even love the cheesy love song that Celine Dion sings for it, okay? I'll admit it. And you can't change my mind because it is so close to my heart and to my mum's heart. Okay, so that concludes my list. I hope that has given you some inspiration if you're feeling a bit Christmased out and you just want something else that's a bit feel good but not overloading you with Christmas decorations and all that kind of thing. But if you've got any suggestions for films to watch over Christmas, considering the weather's so rubbish and we'll probably go on another lockdown soon, then feel free to pop them below, because we'll all need something to watch by the sounds of it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video and have a lovely Christmas.